All right, y'all know that I love machine quilting and I love sharing with you. I actually have a new series coming where I'm going to be showing you how to machine quilt 99 different 2-inch strips. I'm super excited about this series. You can find all the details over on our website, but I'm quilting all 99 of these designs on a panel. This is actually a panel that I purchased from Honest Fabrics, and it has all of these 2-inch strips on it. Between every single one of these 2-inch strips, I want to stitch in the ditch. I personally love the look of stitch in the ditch. I love the way that it just finishes things off. I don't stitch in the ditch everywhere on every single quilt, but throughout this series, I am going to be stitching in the ditch between each of these rows. So I thought today would be fun to show you how I use the trailer machine quilting ruler, the mini inside out machine quilting ruler, and also my inside out machine quilting ruler. You can see I do have our Piece and Quilt Pop socket ruler grips attached here to the top of these rulers, and I do have some of our grip tape on the back of the mini inside out machine quilting ruler. But I'm going to be showing you how I use these rulers as a tool to help me get as close to perfect stitch in the ditch quilting. Let's hop down here to my machine and let's do some stitch in the ditch. So the trailer machine quilting ruler, as well as the inside out, well, mini inside out and the inside out machine quilting ruler are all designed to help you stitch in the ditch. So on the ends of all of these rulers, you see these notches right there. Here's the notches on the mini, and then also the notches on the ends of the trailer. Whenever doing any machine quilting with rulers, you need to make sure that you have a ruler foot on your machine. And I do recommend that you get the ruler foot and also the ruler base that I'll talk about next from your machine dealer. So a ruler foot is designed so that the machine quilting rulers can glide gently right up along the side of it. Because it's this nice thick foot, you're not going to have your rulers jumping up on top of it, and it's also designed so your ruler can't slide under it. One thing I always recommend is do not use your rotary rulers when doing machine quilting with rulers. Ask me how I know. It's not a good thing. Anyways, so you also need to have a ruler base on your machine. Whether you're doing this on a sit-down machine or a long arm machine, you need to have this large flat working surface. When you're doing machine quilting with rulers, you're going to be holding the ruler, applying gentle pressure both downwards but also against the side of the foot. I also hold the machine with my right hand, and I'll be using gentle pressure to glide the machine. But if you don't have a ruler base like I've got here, your ruler's most likely going to be like this, and you're not going to end up with great results. You'll probably end up fighting with your machine. When I said gentle pressure, that is also something that's super important. Always remember, apply gentle pressure. Okay, so what you do, let's talk one more thing about this ruler foot. The ruler foot is designed so that from your needle position to the outside of the foot, it measures 1/4 inch. So all of the markings here on my machine quilting rulers are designed off of that needle position. So when you're holding the ruler here and you see this 1/2 inch marking, which is the first marked line on that ruler, that means that it's 1/2 inch from the needle position. So you can use all of these rulers to do your measuring as you're quilting. Hopefully that's clear as mud. Anyway, so then what does the notches on the end of the ruler mean? Because that's 1/4 inch from the outside of the foot to the needle position, these ruler notches are also 1/4 inch. So if you line up that notch right there with the ditch, so along the side of that ditch, and then also down here on this opposite end, also lining that up, let's scoot that over so you can see it, with that ditch, then you can engage the machine, apply gentle pressure, and stitch right along that ditch. Now I should say that quilts are made by humans, so most often they're not perfectly straight, and you do occasionally have to kind of adjust as you're quilting. All right, let's line those up and quilt along. So when I'm doing ruler quilting and stitch in the ditch quilting, I'll travel whatever distance I'm going, but then when it's time to readjust, I'll stop, like you can see here, with my needle in the down position. On this ruler, have added our grip tape there to the back. It can help, especially if you're working on a sit-down machine, because it kind of grabs onto your fabric. But again, with this ruler, I'll do that same thing. Line up this notch over here with the ditch, line up the notch over here, and stitch along. And I highly recommend, if you are working on a sit-down machine, the inside out machine quilting ruler. The size of it is great. Okay, and then last but not least, let's line up that inside out machine quilting ruler. These rulers are sibling rulers. They're not exactly the same. Obviously, you can see the inside out is a bit longer ruler, so you can quilt some longer lines with that. So just like that, I'll just keep repeating and create beautiful stitch in the ditch. I love stitch in the ditch quilting. It just finishes things off so nicely. Anyways, like I said, I do have a new series coming where I'll be showing you 99 ways to machine quilt these 2-inch strips. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to share all the details with you. You can find those on our website. But before you run over there, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will be back next Monday with another machine quilting video. Happy Monday, I'm Natalia Bonner, and I'm crazy, and